in this video we're going to go over a lot of things. Start off with the wiring. So Cam has completed all the wiring in the van. In our van we've got both 12 volt and 2 volt 40 volt wiring. So what he did is he ran Coro all the way through the sides of the van, threaded the 12 volt wiring through and the 240 volt through the Coro, bringing it across to the other side of the van for some other power points and electricity for the fridge. As almost a last minute decision in the van, we actually decided to build in a shower because we'll be living in the van full time. So Cam started framing out the structure of it. We bought a shower base online, a fiberglass shower base. We decided to go for one that's actually quite long but narrow so that we're able to still have quite a wide walkway through the van. So you can see it installed here with the full structure around it. We actually then lined it with wall art, which you'll see later on in the video. But we're really happy with how it's turned out. Just extra storage space for surfboards or hanging space, and we'll also have a porta potty that sits inside the shower as well. Up next were some of the sheeting, and I was finally able to help out by whitewashing some pine tongue and groove slats that we used to line the roof. So I whitewashed them, then Cam was able to install them around the fans and cover the entire ceiling with them. So on the roof of our van, we have 5 times 100 watt solar panels on there, and we really wanted to make sure that they were easily accessible but also really secure. So Cam bolted them in with M6 security bolts, which means that they don't have to be held from the back when you're screwing or unscrewing them, and you have to have a special fitting to release them. So Cam secured the solar panels to the roof with 50mm stainless steel right angles. We wanted them on a hinge so that we were able to lift them up, clean underneath, and have complete access to the wiring. So everything is, all the screws and bolts are installed with the M6 security nuts. So we don't have to be worried about someone coming and stealing them off our roof. But really happy with how they turned out. Next, it was time to install the water tanks. Because we've got the baby in the van, we wanted to make sure that we always had plenty of water, and we actually found this company online, Atlas Tanks, that actually make custom water tanks that you can install underneath your Sprinter. So we've got two, a 110 litre freshwater tank and a 66 litre grey water tank that already come with the fittings ready to go. Decided to do a follow-up video that will go into more detail about all the plumbing, but for the time being Cam has bolted them under the van and then done all the plumbing to link everything up. On the passenger side of the van we actually have a 15 amp inlet that Cam's installed. This is going to enable us to plug in and get power at campsites. So in Australia, all gas bottles that are used inside vans and camper vans have to be installed in a fiberglass pre-sealed box. So Cam made a cutout in the side of the van, and we had bought a prefab fiberglass box that is accessible with a key from the outside. On the driver's side of the van, we made this cutout to install the hot water system. So we've got a full gas Camec hot water system that we've installed to heat the water for the shower and the sink. We did want to try and avoid having anything down the driver's side of the van to make a little bit more stealth, but just because of the way the layout is and where the wheel hubs are and everything like that, we did have to make this one cutout on the driver's side. like fully installed with the exterior cover on. We're really happy with how it all turned out, again just being the only cutout down the driver's side of the van. This is very exciting, first time all three of us have been in the car together. Hey Squishy, are you excited to be in the car with Mum and Dad? Okay, so we've decided we're going to spray paint the doors, because even though most of this is going to be covered, this here is all going to be exposed and it's just pretty scuffed up. So I'm going to start prepping for spray painting. Just got some plastic, I'm going to clean it with alcohol before we get started. Okay, so the back of the van is pretty much prepped. I've actually decided not to spray paint today because it's super windy. So I will leave that for probably tomorrow. And when I do decide to spray paint, I'll do the smaller features like the fittings, the handbar, and then there's a little light up there. So it's been ages since we've done a van update. Just been really busy with baby and work and working on the van. So I just thought I'd quickly go in and give you a tour and show you where we're up to. We're so close to being finished. We're just waiting for a few of the electricals to arrive, like the fridge and the inverter. And then we can start hooking everything up. So here we go. Cool, so excuse all the tools on the floor. Cam is still working on it, obviously. So he has started obviously sheeting all the walls, which look amazing. So he's completely built in this wall behind the driver's seat. We've got a shelf above, which will have a door, so it's just like extra storage. This is going to be our couch area, little hidey hole for some shoes so that they don't have to go into the van. Cam's installed this vent at the lowest point in the van for gas. In here, the batteries are installed, but obviously not hooked up to anything. Again, another couple of vents on the front of the batteries to stop overheating, but as you can see, there's actually nothing. We're not going to put any backing on the batteries in there, so there's going to be heaps of ventilation around them so they don't get too hot. Over here under this lounge seat, that's the hot water system. Again, all hooked up and ready to go. We're just, like I said, waiting on the inverter, so as soon as the inverter comes we can start plugging everything up. So just some sheeting. So Cam has also finished the shower. So we used pieces of what's called wall art to sheet the inside of the shower, which made it really easy. Come in here. So it's still got plastic all over it just to protect it while we're finishing the build. But as you can see, it's all done. It's all obviously dirty. The wall art was really, really easy to fit. There's the shower connection. Cam has also framed up the little galley area. He's just put the framing in, put some protective ply on the back, some melamine on the bottom, and some sheet ply here, which I'm going to tile on. So we've got a nice little splashback. This is our bed area at the back, which he has again put some face ply on. He's done these really, really cool cutouts. So this is the piece that's going to be recessed back into here, and then we're going to have some strip LED lighting under here, so that at night we can just have some LEDs running across there, so we don't have to have the top lights on if Lynn is sleeping. So they're on both sides, and it might not sound like much, but it will also give us about an extra inch on either side, which is, you know, in the van it's very important. So So this is opposite the galley next to the shower, in between the shower and our bed. So this is just some extra storage that we're building in. It's going to be a really good spot for all of our laptops to charge. It's actually going to be a 240 volt plug there. So I think that's where we'll keep a lot of our laptops and camera equipment. So once Cam's finished putting up all the face ply, I'll be able to get in here and start sanding and painting it. I've got to do a lot of varnishing and tiling. So in one of the last videos I was taping all this up so I could spray paint it. And it's come up really well. It's already a few little dings out of it, but compared to what it was, oh my goodness, it looks so amazing. So I did this door, I did this other door, and I actually did, I'm not sure if you can see, these panels up here on either side, and I also did the sliding door. It took so long to prep it all, but I'm really glad I did because it all looks really, really great. It's all really starting to come together. It looks super messy at the moment. Loving the contrast that we're doing between the untreated pine, the whitewash pine, and then just the face ply. So excited to start varnishing it and start fitting some of the appliances. Thanks so much for watching part 2 of our van build series. If you'd like to follow more, you can find us on Instagram. And please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.